everyone, if you don't know me, my name's Emma. I'm an illustrator based in Sheffield, and I've just not been feeling like I want to do any art recently. And my sister asked me, she's also an artist, she's like, so you're just not doing art now? And I am. It's not like when I was going through creative block. It's more like I'm just enjoying, just existing. I feel like I just want to slow down and enjoy autumn, because autumn is getting smaller and smaller and smaller as the summer extends. So any kind of autumny day, I just want to really enjoy it. I've been dehydrating some herbs. I've been, you know, like planning things out for the allotment next year. I've just been enjoying existing. So last week I didn't make a video because I thought, do people want to see me just existing? But maybe you're feeling like that as well. And I'm here to let you know it's completely okay. It doesn't make you any less of an artist or any less of a creative person. You've probably heard the phrase, you've got to fill up your cup. And this is what I feel like I'm doing. I'm not just ticking the days off like, oh, that's another one. I'm not just existing in that kind of way. I feel like I am just filling up my human cup. So I'm doing things that make me happy, feeling cozy, making sourdough starters, like playing around with ideas for the allotment next year. And I'm putting less pressure on myself to think, I've got to get out and fill a sketchbook, I've got to get out and do this, I've got to plan this book, I've got to do that. Sometimes you need to just take a step back and go, who am I? Like, maybe I need to feed this first before I can make anything. So anyway, come along with me for a few days in my life, just existing. Is going to be a good vlog, who knows? So I came in today on the bus rather than on my bike because it is so rainy today. Apparently Storm Claudia this time. Anyway, another storm. I'm fully expecting Sheffield to be flooded by this evening because, I mean, it just does. It just does. So I got in on the bus. Don't want to be cycling through a flood. Yesterday when I was on my bike, I was coming home and I was down my street where I live, and I was slowing down to pull in to my house, and a woman in a car behind me beeped me. Don't know what she expected me to do. Some people have just got no chill. I came in a little bit early today because I didn't want to miss my bus. Even though the buses are quite reliable, you know, it'd be my luck to need a bus, and then they're not going to be any for an hour. So I came in early, put the cuppa on. I didn't even bring my sketching stuff today because I didn't want it to get wet in the bag. So today I am literally just ad-libbing, freestyling. I can't do any creative stuff. So yeah. What I can do is show you some of the stock of mine in this shop. Would you like to see? Tough because I'm showing you. So these are a few different types of Christmas cards that I got based on a Venn diagram. So the merry and bright. May your days be merry and bright. This one, where the treetops glisten, children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow, and Christmas is I used to know, from that well-known Christmas song. And then there's another one around here somewhere. Hang on, these ones aren't mine. There's that one. Oh no, it's not that one. Maybe they've all sold out. Oh, this one. This one's been doing particularly well, and I don't know if it's a state of the affairs. Let me just go somewhere where the lights aren't flickering. They're all flickering. There we go. There's a world outside your window, and it's a world of dread and fear. And this guy here is the one that me and my sister designed, and I think it looks absolutely fabulous with all of those cards. I'm going to send a few of these this year myself. So there's my sister's details. If you want to go and check her out, I recommend you do. I also like these ones that I did. If you don't know, this is Noel Edmonds, The First Noel. Michael Bublé, obviously Michael Bublé. And this one, people don't often get it. They say it doesn't look like her. I've heard people say that in the shop, which is fine. It's meant to be Carol Vorderman. Christmas Carol. It's the only Carol I could think of. Give me a break. It's kind of Christmas heavy at the moment. But I've got a little section just over there. That's me. So you can have a look. So I've got some sale stuff on the bottom. Just end of line things that I really don't want hanging around in my studio anymore. In fact, I've also got these things on sale, some of these things on sale on my online shop, which is embersandink.co.uk. I only ship within the UK at the moment for various reasons. But if you're in the UK and you want to get yourself a bargain, there are some Christmas cards in the sale, or they were, unless they've all sold out. Go and have a look if you want. Some things are very heavily reduced over there. So it's embersandink.co.uk, no obligation, but you know, Rolly, my cat needs new shoes. My old boy, Dave. That's who our Dave was written about. His very real story. Real life story of my boy. Dave features quite a lot in my illustrations. So this is my cool cat sticker, also on postcard and a card. He also features in my neighbourhood watch, also a card and a postcard. So this is Dave, obviously with his little chin dot. You see the similarities. And this guy here is based on my current boy Rolly. So, art imitates life. Which is why it's so important to actually have a life. You don't have to personally get involved. For example, these guys could draw that art without of having to have made those houses. I don't mean it has to be relational that way. But this woman, Saskia, has went out and she's seen this row of houses in real life. This is a Sheffield street. If she'd never left her house, would she have had a sense of what this felt like if she'd only ever seen it in pictures? So I guess what I'm saying is, don't feel bad for taking a step sideways or step back. It doesn't have to be a forever step back, but I think sometimes you need to do other things, and without meaning to, it will benefit your creativity because you'll have more to draw on, or to draw. So one of the things I've been doing, just existing, is thinking about the allotment. In some ways there's not really a lot to do down at the allotment this time of year, but in other ways there is actually quite a lot to do. So today I've been pruning trees. I didn't film it because you've got to do it on a good day to minimise the risk of like disease and stuff like that. So I wanted to get it done. So I pruned the apple trees, I pruned the gooseberries behind me. Have I done a good job? Who knows, time will tell. But they needed doing, so that needs doing in the autumn. Also, there are fewer ants. There's loads of ants in this allotment. So there's fewer ants in the autumn, so it means you can get stuff done like widening paths and structural stuff. And it's just so nice to be out in the fresh air. Just existing. Without having to rush to make a video, or rush to make a piece of art, design a new product, or you know, whatever it is. Those things have their time and their place, but right now my body and my brain just want to exist in a guilt-free zone. So I'm giving in. I have just spilt my tea on this wonky table, so I'm going to go and get another tea and have that. At the back, it's like, just looking, nothing's going on. Another thing I've been enjoying in this last few weeks that I've just been existing is making some fermented things. I didn't jump on this sourdough bandwagon during the COVID lockdowns, but it's here in my life now. I thought I'd make it a bit of a winter project for myself. So my thinking is, if I can make a sourdough starter in my very cold house, I can probably keep it alive for the rest of the year. So I am starting my process for my sourdough experience, I suppose you'll call it. But I'm enjoying it so far. Up until this morning, I didn't know if my sourdough starter was alive, but there are bubbles. There are bubbles, everyone. Another thing that I've enjoyed doing recently is, with the last apples from the allotment, I have started an apple cider vinegar ferment. It's the first time I've ever done it. I've been really enjoying watching all of the bubbles forming on this apple cider vinegar. So apparently it goes through two processes. So at the start of it, you put apples, water and a bit of sugar. The first couple of weeks, it makes alcohol. That's just part of the process. So the sugars and stuff make the alcohol and it all bubbles and it looks really so delicious, and it's taken me back to the 90s and lava lamps. It's really nice and therapeutic just to sit there and watch these bubbles bubbling all the way up. That's quite nice. So after the bubbly phase, that's when you take the apples out, and then I think the acetic acid eats the alcohol, turns it into vinegar. Is that right? Something like that. Anyway, the process is right. So after that, you leave it a little while and then it turns into apple cider vinegar, which is great for your gut, apparently. And it was just a really nice other thing to do with the apples from the allotment, apart from dehydrating them and making crumble. So I've had a really nice time just existing. Is my cup fully full? I don't know. It's getting there. It's getting there. But I'm quite enjoying slowing down and just enjoying being human and being alive. I saw a really interesting quote on social media, and I'll pop it up here. I screenshotted it. It's not my thing. But the basic gist of it is, hang on, let me find it. After all that, I can't actually find it, but I'm going to keep this bit in. It was basically saying that a part of being human is having interests and being good at stuff, like enjoying singing and enjoying dancing and enjoying drawing, and that's part of who we are. But under the system we live in, under capitalism, we feel the pressure to have to convert everything we enjoy doing into professionalism and money. And it feels like the more you commodify those things, the further away we are from connecting with what makes us human. For example, you wouldn't criticise a bird for singing, for not monetising its voice. But we feel like everything we're interested in, there's got to be some hustle there, I've got to get some money. And on the flip side, it is quite nice making money from things that you enjoy doing, but that pressure to make money can also crush what you enjoy doing. So I feel like it's been a valuable experience taking this step back and us sideways and just pressing pause for a little while and not feeling the pressure to have to perform, which I think is especially acute with social media. I mean, I grew up, I've had experience of life without the internet, and I do forget sometimes that it doesn't have to be all of this, and you know, you don't have to be scrolling all the time and trying to find your next hustle. And I do worry for the people who haven't experienced that life outside of the internet and the expectations to constantly being performing. If you're feeling like stuff's a bit too pressured at the moment, maybe try just taking a step back. Start a sourdough starter, or, you know, read a book. Do something that doesn't involve this. Or, you know, like, or you know, hustle. Feed your soul, read a book, go for a walk, anything that you enjoy doing. You might not enjoy doing the same things as me. You know, draw just for yourself. Don't put it on the internet. Don't feel the need to have to keep doing stuff. I mean, obviously, do it if you want to, but sometimes I think your brain just needs a bit of space to be bored and to think of things in a different way and kind of step outside of itself. And I think you only do that by giving yourself a bit of a break. Anyway, that's what I think. And I've really enjoyed it. And will it continue? Probably for a little bit longer. But I do realise that I maybe should check in every now and then, because I did have a couple of patrons of mine just checking in just to see if I was okay. So thank you if that was you. That was really nice, and really it was nice that my absence kind of left a dent, I suppose, and was noticed. But I'm all right. I'm fine. It's just nice every now and then to take a bit of time for yourself and fill up your cup. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, consider giving it a like, a comment, or maybe sharing it with someone who you think will enjoy it as well. All of those things really help my channel. There's no obligation at all, but it doesn't cost you anything to do, and it will help me reach other people like you. So yeah, drop a thumbs up if you did like the video, or if you made it to the very end. I really do appreciate it. So I'm going to leave this video here. So until the next time, bye!